How's it going, guys? Grizzly here. We are back. I know it's been a little while since you guys have heard this voice. However, we are back for a little bit. So, ends up, I've been a bit busy with life, a bit busy with work and some new events in life. For example, like getting my first flat and stuff. And it's an exciting time for me. And unfortunately, I just didn't have time for YouTube. Sorry to everyone that did enjoy the videos. But I'm hoping once everything's done with the flat and I moved in, which should be soon now, I should be able to do videos and get back to it. However, you guys might be wondering two questions. Number one, where are we? And second of all, why am I back? So, the reason I'm back is actually because I'm isolating. So unfortunately, someone I know did get pinged on the NHS app. For you guys not in the UK, it's basically just an app that tells you when people that you've stood next to get COVID and you got to isolate. So unfortunately, that's why I'm here. But on the upside for you guys, it's meant I actually have a bit of time kind of away from work to actually focus on doing what exactly I'm doing now, and that's going to be farm builds. I know a lot of you guys enjoy them, and I thought with FS22 coming, I didn't want to start loads of new series and maybe or maybe not be able to complete them. So I thought farm builds, you guys all enjoy them, and it's something that we can do. So I thought I'd go back to some of the maps that I have enjoyed throughout Farm Sim 19, wrapping it up ready for FS22, and see exactly what we can get up to. So we're here on New Woodshire. It's a US American map and it's a nice small farming town, and it's actually going to be quite interesting. I'm just going to pull over here because I don't want to get in the way of what we're going to be doing. So we're here at a building site, and actually today it's kind of a big day for the build. So what we're going to be doing is, one of the local farmers, there's two in the local area, and one of them is wanting to kind of pretty much redesign his whole farmyard. He ended up not being able to fund the land somewhere else in the county. It's somewhere kind of that direction, the other side of the valley, but this side of the valley is where the majority of his land is now due to that. So he tried to keep the land that was most valuable to him and that had the best soil types, etc., and he got rid of the ones that weren't as profitable for him. So he wanted to move all his stuff over here, and by doing so he was able to free up money there to come and build here. So with that, he doesn't have a huge operation, doesn't have huge equipment, it's nothing crazy, we're not looking like any of the Flint Hills farmers, but what he does need is space. He doesn't do animals, he does nothing to do with animals, so that's one problem we don't have to deal with. However, what we do need to deal with is making sure that he's got the stuff he needs. So he also, because he's in the later half of life, let's say, is the best way to put it, and he wants to have a nice house. So this region we're standing in at the moment is actually going to be a nice pool where the bulldozer is now, with a house out the back looking on the trees. And we're also, I know this mound is kind of here just from where we've dug it out, but we will get rid of it and have a real nice view of the area. So I think that's going to be a real cool feature as well, and I'm actually really looking forward to that. So that's the plan this side. We're going to have a nice kind of paved driveway up to the house and stuff. And the actual farm itself, we're going to put over here. So he wanted it separate, just because his family kind of keep it a bit separate for him. However, we've got all this grassland out the back here as well, and this plot here, that we can do pretty much anything with. And all he said is as long as it's within just under 2 million as his margin, he's happy. So we've got a bit of land, we've got a bit of terrain, which I think we're actually going to work into the land. So we're going to work with the terrain and actually use it to our advantage. So bits like this here we'll use as kind of a certain iconic area where you might spend a lot more time in the farm, just so you get the nice view out the back. So there's a lot of things that we're going to try and do and actually make this look real nice. So I did have a chat with him about the size of equipment he has. He is running around a 40/45 foot header. At the minute he's running 40 foot, but he's looking to get a 45. So he said if we can try and plan that into our builds, if we do, he does want one big shop that kind of he can do all his work in and bits and bobs like that. So that's one of the things he did ask for, and he did enjoy the red that he had on his previous farm. So he wants to try and stick with that over here as well. So they're the guides that we have, and kind of, I guess you could say, requirements. However, he's a guy that likes his trees and vegetation, so he said try and keep the trees if we can as well. So we got, instead of the previous farm builds we've done before, we've got a bit of a rule set, I guess we could say now. And I think especially for the builds following up for the rest of these 10 days that I'll be around, the farm builds we're going to be doing in the next week or so. There's a lot of them that have requirements. However, we've got this build here today, so we're going to focus on this one. However, guys, we got the diggers here. They should be collected in the next couple hours. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to start on this side of the farm, get actual farmyard built, and then we're going to come through to the house nice at the end once all the diggers are gone, and we can really make the most of it. So let me get started, guys. Let's get this time lapse going and we can really get this built. But I'm expecting some pretty cool stuff, and I'm going to catch you all at the end when we come back and talk about how it's gone. I'll catch you all in a minute. Alright you guys, that's us all done, and I think it turned out a lot better than I was expecting. I think it actually worked quite well, giving us a bit of a challenge and kind of a bit of a, I guess, a rule set, I guess we had to stick to, like requirements, and I think it turned out really good. So we're just going to pop up to the farm and we're actually going to take a drive around. And don't worry guys, I'm going to do a cinematic at the end just so you guys can enjoy it. However, I think it turned out really good, so I thought this could be like the kind of a secondary entrance / exit to the farm. Kind of it's near the fuel pump and then just the cold storage, which I thought kind of worked quite well. Like it was the bottom end of the farm, that if you were kind of coming or going, it worked really well I think. And I'm just going to leave that there because we can't get around the tractor. So it ends up the farmer's already started moving in throughout his harvest season, so bits and bobs have started to come over. And this cold storage is definitely going to get filled up quick. It's not the biggest one, but he actually is going to have that huge shop up there, which kind of works as a cold storage as well. So it's really going to get used up quite well when it comes to space. We thought a little spot here for like farm hands, pickups and bits and bobs, ATVs, whatnot. But the one thing that does look cool is this one big silo system. And the setup we've got here, all the grain bins, is one big setup, but it's going to work really good. It's definitely going to cover him and all the land he has, and this is just one of his semis. I think he does have something in it at the moment. Let's just quickly have a look. Oh, I can't even get up the ladder. But I think he might be doing soybeans, he was saying, and that's pretty much the first set of grain going into the bin. So it looks pretty cool, and we've got kind of a nice steep ascent as we head out the bin. Or in the bin, depending which way you drive in. However, I know we did say before the time lapse began that we'd try and make this area quite a key view area, and I thought instead of doing that, we could maybe raise it on this level up here. So instead of it being down there, I've actually put it up here, and I think it actually works a bit better. That kind of the prime of the farm, the main bit where people spend their time doing repairs and stuff, is actually all the way up here, and you can see just that little bit more. And we've got the nice barbecue stand for a good old lunchtime, and I think that looks amazing. It turned out a lot better than I thought. And I did put a gate here. That probably doesn't turn the right way, but I was thinking this is where kind of they can park the like farm vehicles, so maybe like a farm pickup or something that could work quite well there. And then a dog here as well, which just a nice little add-on, which I think it's just a nice little add-on to it, I'd say. But except from that, it's just decoration. This area, this is where they'd spend majority of their time, be doing repairs and stuff. They'd bring all their toolkits in and stuff, keep their combines, tractors, the semi trucks maybe down in this part. So there's a lot of stuff that they'd actually throw in here. And let me just throw the lights on. And to add to it as well, you can actually store stuff upstairs, so maybe pallet work or bales in the future. You can actually bring and store up here, so it's actually quite a useful shed. I know I definitely want it, and to be honest, this shed here, I know it's a PC only shed, but I would definitely use it on more maps. I'm definitely looking forward to actually getting it onto a series once we get back doing series and really making good use of that. However, coming up to the last little area, this would be kind of the odd equipment bit, so the ploughs, the cultivators, the baler as you can see there, maybe some semi-trailers, and if they ever did get into bulk feed, maybe that could be in this region here, or just straw bales maybe. But then the main exit, obviously just because it's a bit more level, I guess you could say somehow, with kind of the main equipment area. Now coming onto the house, I did go for a different colour scheme. I thought it worked quite nice, and I had to put the logo somewhere, guys. You know how it is. We've got to put it somewhere. We've got to show who built it for them. But we thought of the nice pond. I did change it a little bit. I did raise this area up, so we did bring more mud in the end. But I think it works really nice with this little kind of pond area here. And then I'll come to the house in a second. But we've got a nice little garage here. You can work on ATVs and fun projects or whatnot. So that's all good there. And then just the final bit for the house, which is just, he's just started moving his furniture in and it's looking real good. But except from that, guys, I think that's going to be everything for this tour. The farm build went pretty well. I think that was a success, if you ask me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this. But guys, that's going to be all from me. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe, if you're enjoying what I do. And let me know what maps you'd like to see farm builds on. They don't just have to be console, can be PC maps as well. Just let me know the maps and what you kind of would want on those farms. If you want a dairy setup, a hog setup, or even just a normal one like this with no animals. Let me know what you guys want and I'll see what I can do. Alrighty, I hope everyone's enjoyed that farm build. I think it went really well and I'm looking forward to it. However, now we're on to the next job and we're actually very close by, so we're just leaving the county we're currently in and we're heading up to Goldcrest Valley, as you saw on the sign up there. It's not too far a drive, however it's always on to the next project once we get paid, and that's exactly what we're going to do now. Let me know how you guys found this video and let me know what you'd like to see in the future, and I'll catch you all in Goldcrest Valley. See you all soon, guys.
I was a bouncing and a laughing as we rode down an old dirt road.